Hi, man. Sorry, I overshot slightly there because I've got the power in my bones. I've got the power in my heart. I've got the I've got the I've got the I've got the gusto required. I love the word gusto. I like the idea, not just the idea, I like the practicality of approaching life with gusto. Because if you've got gusto, let's have a look and see where gusto comes from. What's the etymology of gusto? E-T-Y-M-O-L-O-G-Y. Let's find out. Gusto. You know, look, we've barely started and it's learning. It's Friday. Let's just leave. Let's have Friday in the background. Friday is covering everything I say like a delicious sort of coating of very fine diamonds. Let's have a look at gusto. I mean, you know, sit there. Hello, Jim, Scurry, African. Chrissy, look straight in there with the grief. Good Lord. I don't know how you got that word through. Is that actually showing up on YouTube? It bloody is. It would appear I've removed the ban. That word through. Is that actually showing up? What's going on here? Steady on, son. Calm yourself down. Right. Here we go. A little bit of learning, early learning. Don't forget the very fine coating of diamonds that Friday gives everything. I'm so happy. I mean, I will be working today, but it's Friday. It's Friday. Hey! Hey! Not sure if that adequately represents Friday, but, you know, it's a start. It was done with gusto. So, in the chat, go on, have a pop. Where do you think it's from? Good Lord, the Saxon has opened the grift before the doors are even open. All right, while you're thinking about gusto, no Googling. Well, you can Google. I'm never going to tell you what to do. But it might be more of an interesting exercise. No one wants to exercise on Friday. That'll be Sunday. Stretching stream Sunday. Get your mats nice and clean. You have to keep your yoga mats clean, people, because you sweat on them. And you don't want to be rolling around on something that's got old sweat. Is there anything worse than old sweat? I mean, fresh sweat's great, honestly. If you ever go into a bar, and if you're going to the bar to perchance attract a female, after your shower, do a little bit of jogging on the spot. Sweat, because fresh sweat is to a lady what pollen is to a bee. They love it. They love it, and they love it on an unconscious level. And I mean it. I used to stink. Well, I still do. I'm a stinker. Oi, you old stinker. I used to sweat like a beagle, like a polecat. But, you know, you cannot buy a scent that will do to a woman what fresh sweat will do. I mean it. The science is in on this. And I learned through experience of just not showering. But on an unconscious level, they'll just be like, where's that smell coming from? And if you approach them and they recognize that that's that odor, they'll be like, man, masculine, alpha, this is a good one. Yeah. Whereas the bloke who's got all talcum powder down his pants and too much après ressage, sans mandom, that will attract them. This is the science is in on this. Now, old sweat, the opposite, for the same reasons. And I'm telling you, the science is in on this. I've checked it out. I used to put a lot of time into this shit, and it worked. Old sweat suggests not looking after yourself, not washing, and no new activity. A sedent, a lazy person, a beater. So old sweat's no good. But, you know, if you can time it right, if the bar shuts at midnight, get in there at about 9 o'clock with some new sweat. The trick is not to wear underarm deodorant. It's terrible stuff anyway. You know, your underarms, they perspire to get hideous stuff out of your body. Oh, I'll just glue all those holes up. That's what you're doing. You're gluing up holes. It's like gluing up your ass and thinking, well, shit smells, so I don't really want it coming out. I'll just sew up my anal sphincter. So, you know, gluing up your armpit pores is a terrible thing to do in terms of health anyway. And, you know, where's that stuff going? It's just building up there. Ooh. So have your shower, 8:45, 8:30, get dressed, nice suit, whatever, you know, relative to context, environment, you know, etc. And that, by the time you've walked to the bar, that fresh sweat is going to make you a warrior among men. Yeah, I'm absolutely serious on this as well. Absolutely serious. No jokes. Nothing funny about that. Sweat, men, but not old sweat. And it's a fine line, you know, because if you make your move at midnight, you're approaching old sweat. So you've got to get in there by about 10 o'clock. Women, not the same. No, don't do that. Because a man is attracted to a woman who relaxes. A man on an unconscious level wants a woman who isn't running around, who hasn't. If a man smells that a woman has been running around, well, she's got scarce resources. Man doesn't want a woman who's got scarce resources to look after her children. He wants a woman who's part in the tribe, who's part in the group, is relaxing because she's got other men looking after her, doing the hunting, doing the feeding, etc., etc. Really? So there you go. Honestly, do not glue your armpits up. Do not do that. But you've got to wash. You know, it's clean. And you can't even smell fresh sweat, but a woman can. Oh my God, a woman can. Right, grift. Nice one, Anglo-Saxon. Muciano appreciatano. And that just there is a little clue to where gusto comes from. Oh no, absolutely. But it's a somewhat different one. Right. Hello, Zeitgeist. Well, you know, that's why, you know, that's a peculiar one that they called it Old Spice, isn't it? I doubt, you know, that's okay. Old is okay for whiskies and things, but I doubt you'd get away with that in marketing these days, calling something old, unless, especially a scent, you know, it's, you know. Anyway, all right there. Hello, Mr. Massachusetts. Well, it's not the same though. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same effect because you want a woman. You want to think that the woman has been protected, looked after. You want to get the impression on an unconscious level that she's already managed to tame a group of men. They look after her. They feed her. They protect her. She's relaxed. She's not having to scamper around for food. She's not having to chase buffalo on the tundra. Nice to see you, though, Mr. Massachusetts. New on these parts? Always a pleasure. Maybe not. Maybe you've just been a long-time lurker. Right, let's get the grift out of the way. Hi! You can support this channel in many ways. You can become a member, and then you get into the private streams of the different strata. Super Chat, Scrubs Mantis. It's $sign at the bottom of the chat. Alternatively, Entropy. I'll put the Entropy link into the chat, but then I'm going to put it like a beagle at the I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat, as young Jimmy from Philly taught me, which is a damn fine idea. So if you want to why hasn't that worked? Good Lord. Oh, it's worked. Right, so if you want to use Entropy, it's pinned at the top of the chat. Super Chat, Entropy, join the stream. There's also a Bitcoin. I've had one Bitcoin donation in 5 years. So, you know, Or, and consider this one, SUBSTACK. Sign up once, $5 or $10 or whatever a month, and it's all go. Hang on a minute, what's happening here? Hang on a minute. Anglo, mate. Is that your second one, or am I getting confused here? Nice to see you though. Hoi. But I thought I'd already done your one, but I can't see it. Let me know, can you, Anglo? Because I've just started and my head's all full of gusto. But nice one for that. Oh, there you go. Bloody lovely. As I always say, I don't get rich from YouTube, but I do expect a few donations because I put a lot of time and effort into it. And it's bloody lovely. It's bloody lovely here. I love doing it. Thank you, Anglo. That's very, very kind of you. I sense perchance you have the diamond coating of Friday upon thee. The diamond coating of Friday is strong in Anglo-Saxon today. Hello, Mark. Hello, Ian. How you getting on, Ian? Wolfie. Salmon. Good to see you, son. Loomy. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he didn't give me one. He didn't give me a whole Bitcoin because that would be about $49,000. Let's see what the Bitcoin price is today. Oh my God. Can you believe it? I've typed in prevent by accident. There was one scrub who had prevent turn up at Rehab. He was in Rehab and he was in the kitchen and he was talking about not believing in feminism. Imagine being in Rehab, withdrawing, your life falling apart in Rehab. I mean, don't get much lower. I mean, that's lower than being locked up in prison. And I know that because when they offer people in court, you can go to Rehab or prison. They say Rehab the first time. Halfway through Rehab, they go, nah, I want to go to prison. Yeah, and he was in Rehab. It's a scrub who said this, one of us lot. And he was in the kitchen, not even in an official group therapy session. And he said to someone, I don't trust feminism. That was it. Not a big slagging match. He went, I don't really trust feminism. Something like that. Nothing. Hour later, he was being interviewed by Prevent. Prevent. They exist to stop radicalization of white supremacy. It's just like, what? I'll tell you what, if I was in Rehab and I'd paid to go there and Prevent came in and started interviewing me, I'd sue that Rehab for every penny they had. Absolutely. I put the suing money back into recovery because obviously there's a hit and miss there, but no, fuck that. You've got a duty of care to look after my very vulnerable brain. Not have the fucking thought police coming in and giving me the once over. No. Oh, there you go. It's our pizzle of all people. Look at that. There are. Look. This is not just me inventing this for gusto reasons. Hang on, where is it? Ah, balls. I've lost it now. Exactly. There you go. Look, our pizzle. He was in rehab, rattling from heroin, feeling like death on suicide's door. Yeah, I don't really trust feminism. And then he was interviewed. I would have sued their asses. How dare you bring the thought? I mean, Rehab's thought police central anyway. But no. Incredible. I mean, that is just a shocker. It's just madness. They've got a duty of care. Even if it's an NHS jobby, there's a duty of care. I will look after you during your time of an exceptional requirement of emotional support. Not having the Men in Black turn up. Right. What YouTube channels do you watch? Can we have a look at your computer? Can we have a look at your phone? You might be in big trouble, son. Oh, hang on. I'm just trying to get clean. I'm trying to sort my life out. Yeah, we're not too interested in that. Yeah, I'll go, fuck this. I'd have that table over them and I'd jump out the window. Yeah, I know. Pizzle, it's madness. You know, they're surreal places anyway, rehabs, aren't they? You know, what the fuck? You don't know what's going on for the first half of it. That's just shocking, mate. Just shocking. Anyway, thank you, Anglo, for answering the grift. That's been lovely on a double bubble. Hello, Cecil Pangahandahang. Nice to see you, my dear. Got any wise words today about friendships and those that do not listen? I've got some wise words coming later from Jocko Willink. Nuts, innit, Wolfie? Absolutely nuts. Jim McIntosh says, I'm one of them. One of what? I don't understand, but, you know, nice to be something. Sacked for what? I have no understanding what you were sacked for. Hello, John Palmer. Hello, Sufist. Sufist has got a paragraph. Let's go there. I bought curtains from B&M yesterday. I don't know what that is or where that is. I'm assuming it's some kind of high street chain. Got home, went to put them up, found out I bought 3 single curtains. I don't know why that's funny either. 60 quid turned into 120. I had to buy another 3, so I'm skint. Oh, Lord. Oh, I see. So you needed curtains for 3 windows. But instead of getting 2 curtains for 3 windows, you'd got 1, 2. So unless it was going to be squat sheet over the window, you had to go back and double your bubble. Oh, my days. Sorry to hear about Sufist. John Francis is accusing me of being a Freemason. Oh, well, I'd like to be one. I would, if I was invited to the community of Freemasonry, I'd probably say yes. Good community. Look after each other. I can't see what's wrong with that, unless it's the all-seeing eye and the Illuminati, which I don't believe in. Mags, are you in Twitch at all? Because that isn't much fun. If not, no worries. I'll go over there. Just let me know. Look at our Pizzle's different interpretation of events. It was awesome. Did you have it out with them, our Pizzle? Did you literally just that? Did you? Al, where were you in your withdrawal? I mean, were you articulate and or you know, did they give you a once over? Hello, RMF. Good to see you, mate. Well, Sufist, yeah, that's what I would have thought. If I went into a shop and said I need curtains for a window that's this big, and they give me a bag, I'd have thought that would have been curtains plural. Yeah, no, I would have made that. I would have made that myself. I don't know what the black ball means, Mr. 42. How was your glamping? Did you catch up with your missus in the end? Hello, Steve Craig. Jimmy! I bought blackout paper curtains so as to improve hallucinations in my room. I mean, it's dedication, but, you know, I mean, where I'm from, all the crackheads paint their windows black. That they don't want any light in their house at any time. As soon as one of the houses paints their windows black, you know that the interior is largely white, but not that white. Grego trying to make a joke out of it. Oh my days, Pizzle managed to turn it round to his own advantage. Good work. Little bit of judo. She come in with her gusto and you just used her power against her and let her go flying into the wall of feminist nonsense. Good call, Pizzle. It's still an insult though. That's not fair. Loomy got invited. Good Lord. They haven't invited me, but I did get chucked out of the Masons Museum in where is it now? Down the end of Longacre, because my trousers fell down. I pulled a couple of birds in there, but my trousers fell down. I was walking around there just with my pants and my trousers around my ankles. I thought it was funny, but yeah, it wasn't something. I think I've told that story before. We have covered that. Yeah, exactly that. Jimmy, thanks for the 5-bit, mate. Well, there is also that one, Pizzle. Not Pizzle at all, Marzipan. Well, Bitcoin is currently 47,790. I mean, nice. Oh, Lord. We have got a couple of entropies, which is always nice. Hang on a minute. I've missed a donation by Steve. Where did that one sneak in? Steve, I missed your donation, but we're going to see it on entropy. So don't you get yourself worried. You'll get the special visual effects as well. They're not that special, are they? They're a little bit epileptic. 1 second, people. Listen, just remember, it's Friday. I am so excited. I can't believe it. I've got all weekend, migraines aside. I'm not having a migraine. Did I tell you how I meditated out of a migraine the other week? Let me know if I told you. I don't want to repeat every story 5 times, especially ones that are as dull as that one. Check this out, though. What we got going on here? Apart from calling me a Freemason, it looks like our friend Good John. Good John, who's that? He's a boxer, isn't he? MMA, Good John. Anyway, Clarks, John and Steve. Clarks drops a 10-bit in and he says, daughter off uni tomorrow. Any words of encouragement and advice? Let me have a think about that, Clarks, because I probably have got some. John Francis, accusations of Freemasonry. He says, it would appear to be written in Hungarian and English. He says, hello, Danger Hill. Please, can you make afternoon streams an hour earlier? I can't attend otherwise. Also, I might drop a good vid later. Here is link to channel for those not subbed. Now, the problem is, John, I can't put that link into the chat. What I'll do, John, I'll grab hold of your channel and I'll put the link in the chat. Rags might be on it because that's the kind of geezer he is. But if he's not, I will do that. And Steve asked a very good question and says, has anyone else seen What Tyler? No, I'll ping him an email. I mean, a lot of people got pissed, Steve, when I stopped streaming. So, but I can't see What Tyler doing that. He had his head on his shoulders, didn't he? But thank you, Clarks, for the 10-bit. Thanks, John, for the number of the beast. And thank you, Steve. Muchos appreciani. All good. Lovely. With the Friday grift going, so, oh, my days on the same page. Drops a score. Hello, Chris. According to Google, the Northern Territory of Australia is 1.42 million square kilometres. If I don't have the thing, oh, yeah. Do you have any idea where I can get a job locally? What, here? Out here? On the same page, you're gonna have to confirm, or I don't know. That's not the right word. You're gonna have to tell me where you mean by locally. I'm not up on Australian geography. I don't have. I know what you mean by the thing, obviously. Or do you mean? I don't understand. That nice one on the donation, but the truth is I don't understand. I'm struggling. But nice one on the same page. A nice one to everyone who's already donated. That's lovely. That's that Friday feeling. Cheered me right up. I was already over cheered. I was already on the limits of cheerfulness. Brad Young says, I don't think I could handle any hallucinatory drugs anymore. Too much being held at bay in the old melon. Yeah, not for me. Although, interestingly, I spoke to a bloke. He's a bloke that done the music for the Doug Stanhope podcast, Mishka Shabale. Good. I liked his music, actually. But we fell out when he tried to hit on my missus, which was just, fair enough. I can understand why. She was beautiful, but... And then he said I'd do the same even if we were still friends. I was like, yeah, but you didn't, did you? You waited till we fell out like a sleazeball you are. And then he said, I'll help you out with your writing. And then I asked him to help me out a couple of times. He said, you always want something from me. Fucking hell, all right. Keep going, bully. I hate that sort of bullying. Yeah, no. If you want some help, just ask me. Oh, can you help me out? Fuck off. Well, you always on the ponds. What? Yeah. Father issues, obviously. I mean, we've all got them. I'll tell you what, it's a terrible shame that our friend, our Navajo friend, can't get in here so much lately. Anglo, you got a Friday feeling. Our man in the cam. Hoyt, bass. Our man in the bass in the cam. Nice one, Anglo. That's an amazing donation. Thank you very much. Well, this is what I'm thinking. Higolini. Yeah, that's what I think his joke was. On the same page, was that the joke? That there's loads of space. Can I get a job somewhere? But there's nothing there. Is that the joke? I don't know. Cheers, Anglo, though. That's bloody lovely. He's a funny one on the same page. He drops a 20, then he seems to disappear. I mean, maybe he's working or lurking, but I don't get... He doesn't reply. That's all right, if that's what he wants to do. I think that was the joke that I missed. I think that was a joke. Maybe there's too much gusto. It would appear that the old entropy in the chat is working, because nice of Clarks and John to use entropy. Entropy is better. You still get on the screen, but all right, now we've got nearly 100 people in here. It's time to say, hang on, is Ludwig in? Marzipan says, Dangerfield, I just had that from a mate. Ditched the junkies and hooked up with an alky. It was a fucking nightmare. Yeah. They're difficult people to deal with. I struggle with drinkers. It's just he wrote such a cracking review, and it wasn't because he said this is excellent. He didn't say that. He did enjoy it. All right, Rags, nice one, man. Hello, Aramas. Is that what you call them up Scotland way? I've got a little video for you, Ian, that you're going to love. You might have already seen it though. No, Ludwig. What Ludwig done was totally identified the challenges I had with that piece of work, and I've got to say, I got my stats through this morning. Right, listen to this. That new Substack, if you're not subscribed to my Substack, link in the description. It's totally free. It will always be free. I'm not going to monetize it. Well, I might in like 10 years or something, but, I don't want to say never, but I can't see. I'm going to use it to link people to Amazon. So it's a model that I've been told about, and I think it makes sense. But you get 2 free original written stories by me a month-ish. This one was a bit late because it was hard. It was challenging. But Ludwig nailed it, and that was amazing for me because he understood what I was trying to do, and that is, it almost brings a tear to my eye how well he got it. But I've got to say, thanks for all the comments on that piece. It's a dangerous piece to write because in all the other pieces I've put up there, I don't do too well. I don't. My character. I mean, it's autobiographical fiction. Make of that what you will. But the me character, the narrator, isn't having a very good time. But in the latest one, the me character absolutely has it off, figuratively and literally. That's quite hard to write because, as I said yesterday, at the end of a short story, you've got to sacrifice something to make the audience go, balls. And then give them something so they go, yay, not so bad after all. But in this one, as Ludwig said, this is just a win-win-win for you, son. And so that's quite hard because I had to do it in such a way where people didn't just go, oh, thanks for telling me you had a great time. You know what I mean? It's very hard to pull that off. I'm not saying I managed it totally, but Ludwig really got that. Here's the mad thing though. In the first 24 hours, that piece has had over 700 reads. I was like, shit. I mean, I've only been on Substack 4 months. Over 700 reads in the first 24 hours. Bloody lovely. Means the world to me. So thank you all, because most of that will be you. Hey, bloody hell, there you go. Hey! I have been singing your praises all through yesterday's stream, and as you probably just heard, mate, your review of as I was just saying, it's not necessarily a positive review, is it? But what you got from that was exactly what I struggled with, and exactly what the major problem with writing that was. The first 3 quarters, no dramas. It's just storytelling. I don't mean just to, I love storytelling. It means the world to me. Life is stories. But, as you might have just seen me heard, you're meant to sacrifice and then give. And I did neither. I just went, anyway, turned out rather nice. But I read your review and I just thought, there are people out there who are gonna get my work as it is in its current form, and who are not only going to get it, who are actually going to make the effort to, produce meaning. Because a piece of writing, I write it, but reading isn't passive. You have to, the author, as I said yesterday, there's a space between the writer and the piece, or the text and the reader. There's 2 spaces that you've got to negotiate there. The space between the man writing and the text and the reader. And Ludwig got in a very similar space between him and the text as I did with me and the text. And it was mind-blowing, Ludwig. And I think it was the first review that was there. And it was mind-blowing. And it really, really made me happy. I can't thank you enough for that, Ludwig. And I've been all yesterday's stream. Is Ludwig here? So I just wanted to give you an absolute thank you for reading it, and thank you for reading it with the effort you clearly did, because you nailed it, and it meant a lot to me. That's it. I've got to stop now. I'm going to break down in a minute. Nice one, Gaffney. Good morning to you. Yeah, I think there's a fair amount of gonzo influence in my work, for sure. Yeah, yes, Rob. I've been, I was influenced by those writers. I was influenced by the Beatniks. I was influenced by Bukowski. I was influenced by David Foster Wallace. Influenced by Mikhail Welbeck. You're influenced by everything you like. That's what you get. That's, really, there's only one book written, and you just quote bits of it in your books. That's the truth. Alan, let me guess. I wonder if you've got 3 days off. I wonder if you are currently on your first day off. I'm over the moon, Alan. I mean, I will work today, but I'm not gonna go at it balls to the wall, as they say. And then it's the weekend, and I'll be writing all weekend. Thank you, Alan. Nice to see you. Enjoy your days off. I have got that right, haven't I? And thank you for that donation. Amazing. We didn't even get there, did we? We did. God, I'm coughing my goof up now. Right, so gusto, people, gusto. When I said muchos apreciato, yeah, man, honestly, you don't know what that means to me. Piss away, that beat. No, really, that it meant a lot. My writing, my work is the only thing in the world that I consider I have got a specialist knowledge of. It's the only thing that I would talk to anyone about and feel like I could hold my own. And anyway, I can't. Everyone else is going to just go now. I'm leaving now. If he keeps talking to Ludwig about this fucking piece of writing. Gusto. Gusto comes from the Italian. There you go. Now you can see it. When you don't say it in an estuary English accent, gusto. He's got gusto, that one. Gusto. And obviously, real Italian is 60% ands. Gusto comes from the Italian nano. Gusto. Hang on, what? Gusto comes from the Italian noun gusto. When you say comes from, dear Google, this is what I say about the information age. The only information age in history where we've all become stupider. Gusto comes from the Italian noun gusto. Why don't they just say is? Gusto is the Italian noun gusto. Now I'm saying gusto. No, gusto. Now if I differentiate in the same sentence, it starts making a little bit of sense. Gusto comes from the Italian noun gusto, meaning taste, flavor. That's weird because I don't mean it like that. I mean with gusto. That doesn't come across right, does it? He approached the weekend with taste and flavor. It was like he was having a pizza. There's more. From the Latin, gustus. I might call my child Gustus Dangerfield. And the Latin gustus means tasting, flavor, sense of taste, which is also the source of the French. How do you pronounce this one, Lumi? G-O-U-T with an umlaut over the U. Gout. Is it gout? Meaning taste, flavor, relish. Gustos is a derivation from the verb guster. Or is that guster? Yeah, it's guster. To taste. There you go. Now it's making sense. To taste the flavor of. So if you approach something with gusto, it's like you're really getting into it. You're eating it. You're chewing on it. You're the taste of it. You've got it in your mouth, and you're. If you were to say you went down on your missus with gusto, or the other way around, obviously. you know, your missus sat on your head. Guster comes from the Proto-Indo. Guster comes from the Proto-Indo-European root goose. Goose. Hang on, I think we've had enough of that. But you know, I now understand how you get from gusto to taste the flavor of something. That's right. Okay. A little bit of learning, a bit of learning. Right, now we've got 100 personnel on the firm. Hang on a minute, what the frick's happened here? Hello, Sal. On the same page has dropped another score on the door. On a totally different note, that's quite encouraging, actually, on the same page, because I didn't have a Danny LaRue what you were going on about, but, you know, I tried. On a totally different note about, do you remember a childhood show called Pipkins? Oh, yes. The ones with the rabbit. The rabbit's name was Hartley, I think. Hartley Hare. Apparently, when I was a kid, they couldn't drag me away from it. Well, we'll have a look at some, because we already had a look at some a few weeks ago. I think, well, maybe a couple of months ago. The thing about Pipkins that you might not remember, unless you've looked it up, is it was so surreal. I mean, the puppets look like, it's like something out of Donnie Darko. It is not, they are not very nice. Right, hang on, let me just see if I can find an adequate clip. Especially Pipkins, no, Hartley Hare looks like he was made in Your Nightmares. It's like all like rotten and like, you know, it's been like living in the sewers for a few years, and he just crawled out and thought, I know, I'll make a kids' TV show. It's hideous. They're all so cheap. The budget for Pipkins was probably about $15 an episode. And that went on a bottle of vodka for the people who made it, who knew they were going to be out of work soon. Sorry, I've just got something from work. All right, hang on 1 second. I'll tell you what, Amazon are a fucking nightmare. Oh, no, they're lovely. Yeah, so let's have a little look at Pipkins, and you're also going to get the Thames credit, and you know, with the Thames and the old London skyline. But let's have a little look. The other thing about Pipkins was the van they drove. I think, if I remember rightly, they had a Morris 1000 van, which is what we had. So that's why I was particularly happy with it. But the rabbit is called Hartley, and like you, I loved it. But it is the stuff of nightmares. Now, I haven't seen this clip before, so I don't know whether it's going to prove my point or not. But thanks for the donation, and let's have a look at Pipkins. One in the chat if you remember and or enjoyed Pipkins. But be prepared on the same page, because if you haven't seen this since you were a kid, it's scary stuff. It's not pleasant at all. I mean, this is not Disney. This is not hyper reality. This is terrifying. Here we go, Pipkins. Remember that? Hang on. We seem to have an audio issue. That did not come through my headphones. Not in the slightest. 1 second, people. Well, not 1 second, but it's going to be about 5. But I know why. Because if I don't do this, you're going to get an echo like you probably did then. Okay. Right, let's start again. Pipkins with the Thames little ident at the beginning. Memory time. Weren't they wonderful days? I mean, can we just look at that rabbit? That's hardly hair. What's wrong with its arms? Is it like leprosy or something? The lack of symmetry in its boat race is just terrifying. I've turned it down a bit. Sorry if I blew anyone's eardrums. Tell me if it's too quiet now. You've got no sound? Rags, have you got sound? I'll trust Alan. Good Lord. Well, it doesn't matter that you had no sound for all of that because it was terrible anyway. This should be all right. So you should be okay here. Let me know, someone, please.
Property, Hartley?
Yes, but it's told by now. You've been busy.
Yeah, well, I got talking to Mrs. McNamara.
Oh, yes.
She was in the newsagents.
Oh.
Oh, well, I see you've chosen your present. And I've got the little one. I'll open it.
You can't hear that? You can. Nice one.
Oh, that'll go very nicely with my tea.
Oh.
I mean, this has obviously been edited for laughs, but can we just have a little look at him?
Very nicely with my tea.
What the fuck is that?
Oh.
Look at it. That was for kids. Honey Monster says it's better than he remembers it. I wouldn't want to be in your unconscious. Look at it. But I think this is some funny edit or something.
Don't forget you've got to go to the greengrocer's, Tom.
Yeah, there you go. And that's frightening enough. That's done my head in. And that's made Friday somewhat not as good as it was before. On the same page, Renter goes, I didn't like it. I didn't like Mr. Claypole. I don't like all that. Nah, there's something icky about it. It's BBC. Take Heart, fantastic. Morph on, fantastic. Rippon, incredible. Floella Benjamin, polo earrings, of course, which was weird. Made me think she had bad breath and she had like emergency earrings. Nice one for the 10-bit. But that was frightening stuff. Now, I'm being told it was called Pipkins, not Pipkins. And I'll tell you what, for the last 40 years, I thought it was Pipkins. It is Pipkins. What are you talking about? It's Pipkins. It's not Pitpins. Pipkins. You got it wrong, son. It's Pipkins. I just checked it out on the old Google. Nice one for that 10-bit on the same page. But it's Pipkins. Didn't sound very posh to me. Yeah, like that. There's that website, isn't there? Bad Taxidermy. Looks like they just skinned a rabbit and shit in it. Sorry. Yes, Rufus. Yes, but I did love it. I did love it. So, you know. Nah, well, actually, I was probably about 5 when it was on. So 46, I'm 49. Yeah, maybe. But it was certainly Pipkins. You're all right, Salmon. Not Atrial's absolutely on form. You well did. What a thing. Right, we've got 100 people in. There's a few in over on Twitch. It might listen, people. It's unlikely I'll lose my channel. You know, I'm playing it within the rules because I like YouTube. I like being here. But I am on Odyssey. It's an automatic load up thing, so I thought, why not? And Twitch, it'd be worth following me on Twitch as well, because if ever they did yeet me, when I got my ban a few months, well, about 6 months ago now, the problem was communicating with people to tell. I was like, I'm streaming on Twitch twice a day, but we had like 20, 30 people in there because it was hard to communicate with people. So that's the problem. You know, it's all very well being on Twitch and Odyssey, but if you don't sign up to them and I get yeeted or I get a ban, a streaming ban, you won't know where I am. But, you know, not. Yeah, to be honest with you, you know, BBC, Grange was good. Grange was excellent, actually. I mean, who's the writer? He wrote Brookside as well. Very, very good screenwriter for television. Yeah, Chocky. Chocky was very weird, very, very strange. But I remember me and my mate were walking into Dartford down East Hill. One of the hard kids from our school was walking up, and we were like, "Oh no, we're going to get punched in the TB." Do you remember that at school in England when you had your TB jab? All the older kids would punch you in it because it was a big blister of tuberculosis, and we were like, "Oh, we're going to get hit or spat on or something." We were like, "All right, Paul," like, you know, try not to upset this lunatic. He went, "Yeah, not bad. You went, just had my haircut, ain't I?" And my mate, it was the same bloke who said to his mum that she looks, grunts, and smells like a pig. He went, "It looks like Chocky's." And now I know Chocky wasn't the boy's character. It wasn't the character's name, but I knew exactly what he meant. And so I've started cracking up because this kid had the same haircut as the young boy in Chocky. Now, rather than hit us or spit on us or pull our T-shirts off, whatever the hard kids used to do to us, he went, "Oh, you bastards, he's gone and done me a fucking Chocky." And he just walked on up. He's still going, "I've got a fucking Chocky." All right, calm down. I think, you know, he went through puberty when he was about 9 and like drove a car to school in the first year. I think he probably had a few pints at lunchtime or something, so he was quite happy to talk to himself about having a Chocky. But there you go. Planet X Hunter is suggesting we have a look at the intro to Chocky. All right, I'll give it a go if it's short. If it's there. I mean, it was supernatural, wasn't it? Chocky intro. ITV. It wasn't BBC, was it? It was an ITV show, I think. Here we go. Oh my days, 1 minute 44. Let's have a look at this. So this was for kids, people, right? It's almost. Oh, hang on. It's almost. I don't wish to say Donnie Darko again, but this is like Proto Darko. I'm so glad I came up with Proto Darko on a Friday as well. On a Friday, coated in a fine film of diamonds. Let's have a look at Proto Darko, aka ITV's Chocky, circa 84, I'm guessing. Here we go. Proto Darko Chocky. Let's have it. Mind your ears. I mean, who is doing this music? Brian Eno. It's terrifying. And I need to add to this. I need to add to this that no one knew what was going on. No one knew what was going on. Oh, Lumi is absolutely. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. That is interesting. I just assumed it was some, you know, early 80s, late 70s telly was mainly made by acid heads who'd just come out of art college. Mark loved Chocky. No surprises there. Science fiction fan to this day. Anyway, there you go. Exactly that, IR. Exactly that. We'll have a little bit more, though, but it is Friday. I don't want to piss all over it too much. Sapphire and Steel for kids. Weren't that thing Chocky? He's done me a fucking Chocky! Yeah, right. No more. It's haunting as hell. There's only about 10 seconds left as well. Good Lord. That's enough Chocky. Right. Anglo-Saxon. You're on form this morning, Chris. Hi. Have a great weekend. Mate, look. I told the whole business I don't work Fridays. And ever since I told them that, I have never had busier Fridays. But today I am going to have a little sit back. It's been a hard week at work. I've been doing a lot. I put a blog out. I was up till 6 o'clock this morning writing a blog. And, you know, content marketing isn't fun because it's not writing, it's marketing writing. It's like, I've got to make a video today as well, which shouldn't take more than a couple of hours. Not for this channel, for work. There's a couple of other things I've got to keep an eye on, but I'm going to take it easy. And then all weekend, my girlfriend ain't here. I'm writing on my novel, and I might finish it. This is why it's lovely. Now, not finish it, because then it goes to my editor, but my editor's having a fucking heart bypass. I mean, that's more important than my novel, obviously, but I have to look at the realities of that, because the next time I hand it over to him, I said to him, that's yours now. You've got the final edit. You chop that up, and that's how it's going out. So it's exciting. So I'm very happy. That's why I'm on form. And I would be lying if I didn't say the Scrubs have been very, very generous on the donations, which is always, you know, that. Why wouldn't you be happy? People giving you money, not just because they're giving you money, but it's encouraging. So I am absolutely over the moon with today. And thank you, Anglo-Saxon. And everyone should be. It's fucking Friday. You know, we've all been working hard all week. Well, most of us, or some of us. Yes, the Weirdigans were for Chocky. From Chocky. Absolutely that. Yes. Good call, Mark. Right. Hang on a minute. Alan, I can't do that. And I'll tell you why. And I've said it before, but that's all right. You might not have been here. My work involves loads of other people and their families and their children. And that's private, and if I involve my work, I involve them, and that's not fair. So that's why I don't mix the two. I know that's, you know, it would, you know, I do talk about marketing and stuff. It's kind of you know, it's kind of abstract. Rather, I don't show you the marketing. I do because I just have to, you know, I have to respect their privacy, which I think is, you know, fair enough. Oh, Loomy's arguing with himself now. It was John Wyndham, Day of the Triffids. You know Beanpole from Day of the Triffids? Do you remember that character, Beanpole? Or was he from the other one? What's the one I always confuse Triffids with? Day of the Triffids. There's another one I confuse it with. Tripods. Was Beanpole in Day of the Triffids? Anyway, I went to college with him. Yeah, I thought you'd understand, Alan. You know. Right. Okay. Now I've got something amazing to show you. So, I mean, I'm sure you're. Hello, Sally. I'm sure you're all aware of this General Millie stuff. I mean, if you're not, I'm not going to go into it too much, right? But listen to this. If you don't know, hang on, I've just got to look for something. Oh no, I've got it wrapped up already. So listen to this. General Millie, right? The highest uniformed military man in the American military. He's the highest ranked uniformed man in the American military. Above him is the commander in chief, Bo Jiden, right? That's how high he is in terms of rank. General Milley, right? At the end of the Trump administration, according to this new book, and Milley hasn't denied it. He's had 5 or 6 days to deny it, and he hasn't. There's just photos of him looking like he rang up China. He rang up China and spoke to their top military leader, his counterpart in America's biggest enemy, and said to them, if we're liable to attack you, if America plans to attack China, I'll ring you up and let you know. Can you believe that? Yeah, but it ain't. It isn't. It is not routine protocol. Hello? Yeah, Trump is going to attack you. Yeah, I'm just giving you some warning. Okay, ta-da. I know what you're saying there, RMS. He has said that he done it, but he hasn't denied it. This is, there you go. That'll do. Nice one, Tab. And you new around here, son. Nice to see you. You're welcome to the glorious House of Scrubs. There, look, that's it. General Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, told the Communist Party of China had given him a heads up if military action was planned. I mean, did he read The Art of War backwards? It's insanity. And you know what Bo Jiden said? I have total faith in General Milley. Oh, have you? Well, he's also fucked up a little bit out in Afghanistan. You might want to... Do you know where that is, Joe? Have you heard of Afghanistan? Do you know about southern border? Do you know that in July this year, 1 month, they intercepted more fentanyl coming over the southern border than the whole of last year? It's going well. Hello, China? No, that's all right. I'm on your side. That's fine. Oh, Fang. Yeah. No, she was fucking our bloke who now works. No, he's got a high-ranking position at the Department of Homeland Security. Yeah, I know. Compromised? Yeah, sure he is. Yeah. No, is up his casino and all sorts. Thank you. Ta-da. No. I'll warn you. Like I said, I'll warn you. I will. All right. Bye. I mean, look, how many times have I said to you lot that I cannot believe the damage that this administration has done to America in such a short space of time? I just can't believe it. I mean that. That's not a throwaway figurative phrase. My brain cannot compute. They were energy independent before Bo Jiden came in. Now they're not. Now they're buying it off of inflated foreign producers. It's like, what? The southern border is just like, come in, welcome to Theme Park America. You don't need to have any vaccinations. And listen to this, at that freaking party, at that tax the rich, bloody AOCs, let them eat cake moment, I mean, all the celebrities, all the AOCs of this world, tax the rich, let them eat cake. They didn't have to wear masks, right? None of them. All those proletariat that were serving them their champagne and their fucking canapes, they had to. Oh, the staff had to. The proletariat had to. But the 30 grand a ticket, 200 grand a table, they didn't have to. Now, someone emailed me and said, yeah, I noticed like a lot of you right-wingers, you forgot to mention it was for charity. Charity? Let me tell you how charities work. You give a charity, oh, we've got a charity, it's for cancer, and lots of people die of cancer. Oh, all right, mate, no worries, hang on. Oh, yeah, here's a tenner. No, you're doing good work. Here's a Here's a tenner. You're doing good work. Because that tenner then goes like this. $10. Administration costs. Salaries. Director's bonus. Something else. Setting up events for AOC to say, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, let them eat cake. And then 4 pence goes to cancer. It's a fucking rip-off. Everyone I know who's worked in charity is absolutely minted. They take massive salaries. Hey, it's non-profit. It's a non-profit. It's a non-profit. Oh, sure, but you're not. So your salaries aren't profit, no? No, salaries don't count as profit. And what is your salary? 250 grand a year. Oh, well, that's nice of you, you fucking deceptive bastards. And who gives most of their money to, who is the biggest demographic in England, in the UK anyway, who gives to charity? Working class people, because they're the ones who are targeted. They're not targeting people in the they're not targeting Guardian readers. No, they know they ain't giving any money to charity. They're not stupid. They keep their money. That's why they're rich. No, they go and shake their fucking money makers up and down in fucking Stroud High Street. It's an absolute con. It's a racket. If you're ever in the street and someone says to you, will you donate some money to charity? Say to them, yeah, can you give me a breakdown of where the money goes? And if they say no, say, why not? You're asking me to give you money that I've worked for, that I've given time and energy for. I've got a limited amount of time and energy in life. So I'm happy to help, but I just want to know where the money goes. And if they can't, you'll say, well, you can fuck off. And the reason they can't is because they don't want to, because they pay themselves absolutely gargantuan salaries. It's non-profit. It's non-profit. Last year's profit, 0. Yeah, all the money, it's charity. Hang on, what's that Lamborghini? Well, we still didn't make any profit. Well, I'm not fucking surprised when you're driving around in that, you cunt. Hello, it's still Friday. Anyway, inspirational message. So after all this Millie lark, after this treason, perhaps, maybe, ringing your most dangerous enemy and telling them, well, now we're going to warn you. After all that, I thought, I wonder if Jocko Willink, Navy SEAL, 20 years on the firm, now uses the skills he learned in the military to help businesses work, understand team roles and things and management. A successful bloke, set up his own jiu-jitsu school, all this. I thought, I wonder if he's got anything to say on it. Because I watch his show. I love his show. I love the military. I've always been obsessed with the military. I always regret that first acid trip, because if it weren't for that, I'd have probably been in the military. But I found this instead. And this is very motivational. 2 minutes. I'm sure you can handle 2 minutes. I will need an audio check, people, because we are obviously having problems. So I will... People I can trust. It's most of you. The occasional person says muted. But check out Willink. This is inspirational. Listen deep and listen good.
One of my direct subordinates, one of my guys that worked for me, he would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. And finally, one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem. And he said, I already know what you're going to say. I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. He said, that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good. And I said, well, yeah, when things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get funded. Didn't get the job you wanted. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Got tapped out. Good. Got beat. Good. You learned. Unexpected problems. Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution. That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out. Don't get startled. Don't get frustrated. If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Fucking brilliant. Absolutely amazing. That there in 2.5 minutes is what I mean by acceptance. He's pushed it to a new limit. Shit happens, good. Makes you get stronger. Things go wrong, good. Gives you a chance to make them get better. I don't need to repeat it. I can't say it as well as him. That's brilliant. Fantastic. Thanks for the audio checks, people. Amazing. Anglo-Saxon drops another lady. It's not possible to lose a war in Afghanistan when we have double-hard geezers like Jocko. No, it wasn't the foot soldiers that lost that war. It never is the foot soldiers that lose these wars. It's the likes of, I don't know, let me just pick a name out of the air. General Milley? Hello? Yeah, no, we're sending in the SEALs. Yeah, no, it's this covert operation behind enemy lines. Yeah, no, I'll send over the longitude and latitude positions on WhatsApp. Ta-da! Shiashianila Bukachila. Fucking hell. But yeah, if you don't watch Jocko Willink's show and you like the military, you like motivational stuff, you've got to get in there. Yes, Hayden. Yeah, should do. That's what it should do. It's awesome. No, and thanks for that donation, Anglo. You've been very generous this morning, as have a lot of you. Scorry, finally given. Oh, it's kind of a backhanded one there, but nice one, Scorry. You'll be all right. Thank you very much. Right, I've got a couple more little videos for you. I've got one. If Marzipan hasn't already seen this, it will cheer him up. But I just need. If you don't know Hamza Youssef is a Scottish politician who stood up in the Scottish Parliament. Is it Holyrood? And he said he was going on about this position, white, this position, white, this position, white. Scotland is like 95% white or something. It's like, you know, this position white. Well, why wouldn't it be? This position white. Well, why wouldn't it be? Right? He's a really dangerous man. I think he's a Pakistani, and he's complaining that a country that's about 95% white happens to have a largely white government. I mean, it was just one of the most obscene things I'd ever seen. Anyway, it's a very short clip, but it's going to give you a giggle. This is him. This is Hamza Youssef, right? And, well, Anglo, yes, that happened, but it would appear there's a pattern forming with him and his lack of balance, shall we say. Check it. It's only 20 seconds, but it's a Friday smile for anyone whose blood boiled when they saw him stand up saying all that stuff. Check it out. There he is on his scooter. Now, the interesting thing about that is, let's just have a look. Let's just go back to this point. Hamzef Youssef's butler, who carries his crutches, white. But let's have another look anyway. That's it. 5 miles an hour. Go on, get on the floor. Well, speaking of that golden toothbrush, nice to see you. I'm assuming you're new here or you've been lurking for a while. Good to have you at the glorious House of Scrubs. Welcome. Hello, Moslab. Moslab, when do you want me reminding you about streams again, or do you not? I mean, you told me you were busy, so that's why I haven't. You're cool anyway. This is the funny thing about Millie. You know, Moslab, have you just heard? I don't know how long you've been here, but I've been ranting about Millie calling the Chinese and warning them about American military action. It's just absurd. But of course, you know what they're saying. You know what Millie's going to say, and what the leftist press. Who are they blaming for Millie ringing China? Who are they blaming? Who are CNN, MSNBC et al.? Whose fault is it that the highest uniformed ranking member of the American military rang China and said, don't worry, if we come up for you, I'll warn you? They're blaming Trump. What? It's Trump's fault. And you see them, they've got like 4 pundits on their show on like CNN, and you can see them lying. As I've said to you before, humans can read deception on an unconscious level. We know when people are lying. You can't be 100% sure, but you've got these pundits and they're like, well, you know, there is obviously a lot of flack around the Right Honourable General Milley at the moment, but I think we really need to look at the cause of this this issue, and it's Donald Trump. And you see the other 3, and they're all like, you know, they're probably trying to hold the shitting because they know that this is just bullshit central. It's just drives me nuts. But I don't let it get to me, because that would be worse. That takes a bad situation and makes it worse. And I haven't got time for that. I haven't got the energy for that. Oh, exactly. Where is it? Exactly, King Corona. And it will be for years until he next gets in. Where's that one? Hang on, I just saw it. Hang on. Oh no, where is it? Someone just said fell off his scooter. Trump. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, Isaac, man, I as I've just said, I just can't believe. I can't believe the damage that this administration has done to the United States in such a small space of time. The midterms are going to be very interesting, very, very interesting. I mean, how long can you keep up this charade? How long can you maintain your Democrat stance? How much of this bullshit can you take? How much of this, you know, tangible, palatable worsening of your life and your environment can you keep making excuses for? I mean, everyone's got a limit where they just go, you know what? Because it happened in England. It happened in England with Labour. Labour just kept being absolute lunatics. And then the northwest and the northeast of England that have been Labour for generations just went, no more. Tory. And Labour are done with. Labour have finished in England. They ain't ever getting anywhere. I mean, okay, never say never, but, and surely this, you know, what's it been, 6 months? It's just absurd. I mean, it would take an intelligent person 10 years to do that kind of damage to a country. You know, it's only incompetence and idiocy that's allowed him to do it so quickly. All getting a bit dark here now. I think the old monsoon's on its way. Hang on 1 second. Let me do that. Let me do that. People, I've got to get to work. There's stuff happening. I'm getting messages coming through. I've got to be there, really. It's been an absolute pleasure. Listen, it's Friday, and put the problems of the world outside occasionally. Get local. Get back to yourself. Get back to what makes you happy. Get back to what makes you excited. Get back to your family. Get back to your friends. Talk to them. Make contact. Tell them you love them, because they need to know, and we don't tell them anywhere near enough. I am going to link you once more to my latest Substack story. If you haven't read it, or if you're not signed up, maybe give it a go. I've just put the link in the chat. The link to my that is definitely not. That is a link to the latest story. But if you go into the description, you can get to just the channel. But from that story, you can read the other 7 or 8 that are in the archive. If you do read it, would appreciate a comment or a like, and even if you don't like it, because I want to know what you think about it. That's what's important to me. Match in the mouth. We're talking the Wanderers. Leave the kid alone, as in Biden. Stop sniffing their hair, you dirty old bastard. Nice one on the same page. Thank you for your multiple donations today. Thank you, Hayden. Oh, hang on a minute, people, before you all go. H in the chat. Hayden's birthday tomorrow. Bless you, son. Happy birthday. Have a lovely weekend. Make the most of it. These are the times of your life. But they are, because they're all you've got. There's no past. It doesn't exist. The present, the future, that isn't there. You have now and nothing else. So happy birthday to you. Thanks for that donation. Thanks to everyone who donated. Thanks to everyone who left comments in the chat. Without the chatters, we have no community. Thanks to the most delightfuls and the lurkers just for watching. Hit up my Substack, sign up, read the new story, read the old stories, do what you want. Have a lovely weekend. And I'm going to let you go with a little bit of the old Paul Mumford and it's Deep Water. Ta-da! It wouldn't be right if I didn't do this every time at the end. Right, audio. Right, yeah, thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. I might see you later, actually. I probably will. Oh, that's not very nice. Why, thank you, the Tubes. Don't tell me I can't play with Best Mate's music. What kind of horror show is this? No. Good Lord. Oh, someone give me an audio check because of all that malarkey. I don't know if it's going to work now. Here we go. Ta-da! Not a fan of Alan Watts' Marzipan, I'll be honest with you. Too much of a hippie.
Everyone knows I'm gonna be the first man down. All my friends.
There's plenty more things that he'd revenge me for, believe me.
Nobody wants to give.
Look after yourself, Alan. Enjoy your weekend off, mate.
Can't go on.
Welcome to all the newcomers too. It would appear we had plenty in. Look after yourself, Aramas. Have a good one, Anglo. Look after yourself, Rex. A pleasure. It'll be later tonight, Isaac. Cheers, in. Take care, mate. Yeah, man. That's the plan. I'll be up there tonight.
I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. Looking back, I rejected every place I stay. A woman says I'm lying in the bed I've made.
Excellent move, Ian. Excellent
Don't
move.
give up before the war begins. So I get high to justify the mess I'm in. People get mad and people get sad, but at least they have a cause. I struggle to feel emotion I can really trust. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep.
If you do like this tune, go and let him know. It'll make his day, really. Just a comment. I'll put a link to it in the end. Yeah, exactly that, Mosfab. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, the big one, Ian. It's worth it, though. It's hard work, but it's worth it. Oh, I like that, Paul. I'll try and get that link now on a different screen to so that I can't even read my keyboard. It's so dark here now. Here we go. So people, that is Mumford's channel. I've just put it in the chat. There's about 10 albums there. So just leave him a comment, tell him you love his music. Honestly, it'll make his day. Only if you do like. If you don't like it, don't. That'll be ridiculous. And you, Alan. Enjoy your time off, mate. Feet up. Enjoy life. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head underneath the wave. There you go, people. Look, it's pitch black here now. Have a wonderful day. I will almost certainly catch you later, around 5, 6. I might go to 5 for John Francis because he had the cheek to ask me to change the time. I mean, it's better than the content and the format. Format? Well, you know, he's a mate. Ta-da!